Welcome to lecture series on database management system. In today's lecture, we will see about various keys in database and the database design. So why keys are required in relational schema is that, or why keys are required in relational Dbms is that it is used to identify each tuple, or it is used to identify each row in a table by its value. So by identifying each tuple, it makes sure that the physical address of the database is transparent to the user. So this is how physical addressing and associative addressing is done in DBMS. This is a pictorial representation. So when you see from the end user perspective, associative addressing is very important. Whereas if you see from a storage perspective or with respect to access paths, physical data independence is more important. So by associative addressing, we say that this type of addressing is mainly based on keys. But a key is any column or group of column which helps in identifying the row. This is the definition of key in case of relational database management system. A simple key is defined as a key that is formed from a single column. If a key is formed from more than one column, we call it as composite keys. There are several other keys such as super key, candidate key, primary key, alternate key, and foreign key. Of these, primary keys, candidate key, super key, and foreign keys are more important. Indexing is different and key is different. That you need to be clear about. Anything that helps in identifying the row or a tuple is called as key. This is with respect to logical design of a database. Anything that helps in locating the row is called as index. Identifying the row is different, locating the row is different. So if something helps in locating the row, it is index. This is with respect to physical design. So by a candidate key, a candidate key is defined as any simple key of a table or any column of a table, which should be unique as well as minimal. So by means of uniqueness, we say that no two rows in any table should have the same candidate key. By minimality, we mean that every column of the candidate key is very much essential for defining the uniqueness of the particular attribute. So any key that helps in uniquely identifying the row of the table is called as primary key. For a given table or for a given relation, this primary key is there can be only one primary key. There cannot be more than one primary key for a given relation. So this primary key has to be unique, minimal, it should not be null, and it should be time invariant. So from time to time, the value of the primary key should not vary. So these are the properties of defining a proper primary key. Any candidate key which is not a primary key is called as alternate key. So this alternate key can have null values, whereas the primary key will not have any null values. So now I look at the relation employee. This particular relation has 4 different keys such as employee ID, SS number, employee name, and phone number. So every employee will have a phone number, and this phone number is unique to a particular employee. No two employees will have the same phone number. So here, similarly, employee ID is also unique to a particular employee. In this case, what do you think the candidate key would be? Or which one would you choose as the primary key of the table, the phone number or the employee ID? Here, this is a question. So in this case, we will choose employee ID as the primary key because it is determinant as well as it is functionally dependent. It is functionally dependent. For any given value of the primary key, we should get one and only one value of any non-key attributes. This is a property of primary key. This is the definition for functional dependency. And this shows the Venn diagram of any functional dependency. So left-hand side attribute is the determinant attribute, whereas right-hand side attribute is the dependent attribute. So in this case, employee name is dependent on SOCSEC NBR. These things we have discussed earlier. Now, let us discuss what entity integrity is about. If primary key is a composite key, then all the columns of the primary key will be not null. None of the attributes of the primary key will be null. So this primary key is the only way in which you can uniquely identify any given tuple in a particular relation. Without primary key, you cannot uniquely identify the given tuple in a particular relation. Foreign key, it can be a simple key or it can be a composite key. This foreign key refers to the primary key of some other table in the database. The foreign key is present in one table, and whereas primary key will be present in some other table. So this foreign key will refer to the primary key of the table, some other table in the database. For example, assume foreign key is present in table A and the primary key is present in table B. Then this foreign key in the relation A refers to the primary key of relation B. So this foreign key can be a primary key or it can be another foreign key itself. And the candidate key is also a minimal primary key. Minimal super key is called as the candidate key. So here we have discussed about 5 keys such as candidate key, super key, alternate keys, and foreign keys. So here we can have more than one candidate key for a given relation. Also, we can have more than one super key for a given relation. And foreign keys can also be more than one. On the other hand, the primary key for a given relation will be only one. So hope you understood the various keys in relational database management system. Understanding key will help in uh, understanding functional dependencies, which will be discussed in the later part of this lecture series. Thanks for watching.